I know you are tired of waiting for clarity. Do not give up here. Stay with me. My child, I know how exhausted your heart feels. Not from doing too much, but from waiting too long for answers that never seem to arrive. You have been patient. You have been faithful. You have tried to trust even when clarity stayed just out of reach. Come closer now. Slow your breathing. Let your shoulders rest. I am here with you. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am here. I hear you. You are tired of wondering what you are supposed to do next. Tired of weighing every option. Tired of feeling like you might miss something important if you choose wrong. That tiredness matters to me. You have waited quietly. You have prayed without demanding. You have stayed open even when nothing felt clear. And you wondered why the waiting keeps going. My child, I want you to hear this gently. Waiting for clarity does not mean you are stuck. It means you are being held in a season where rushing would cost you more than waiting ever could. Pause here with me. Do not rush past this moment. You have been asking for direction. But your heart has been asking for reassurance first. Because clarity without peace would only increase your anxiety. I see how often you replay conversations. How you second-guess your instincts. How you wonder if you are missing my voice. You are not. If this resonates, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it rise naturally. My child, clarity is not something I withhold to test you. It is something I reveal when your heart is ready to carry it without fear. You are tired because you care deeply. You want to honor me. You want to move forward wisely, not recklessly. That desire is not weakness. It is devotion. But devotion sometimes needs rest before revelation. I know you feel like clarity should have come by now. That you have waited long enough. That others seem to move forward while you remain unsure. Do not measure your path by theirs. I am not delaying you. I am aligning you. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, I choose to trust. Even if your trust feels fragile. Clarity does not always arrive as an answer. Sometimes it arrives as a quiet confidence to stay where you are. Sometimes it comes as a gentle resistance to moving too soon. Sometimes it is the peace to wait without panicking. You have been receiving more guidance than you realize. I know you are tired of living in the in-between. Tired of not knowing what to plan for. Tired of explaining to yourself why patience still matters. You do not need to justify your tiredness to me. I am not disappointed in your questions. I am not frustrated by your longing for clarity. I am close to you in this waiting. This season is not about withholding answers. It is about teaching you how to remain steady when answers take time. Because the clarity you are waiting for will one day require a calm heart to carry it well. Stay with me. There is more I want to speak into this weariness you feel. And as we continue, you will begin to understand why this waiting has not been wasted. Do not go yet. We will walk through this together. One gentle step at a time. My child, let me speak to the frustration that rises when waiting feels endless. Not loud anger. But the quiet ache that says, how much longer? I know that ache well. You have tried to stay calm. You have told yourself to be patient. But inside, something feels worn down. Come closer. Let your breath slow again. You do not need to hide this from me. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am listening. I am listening to you. You are tired of preparing without moving. Tired of being ready with nowhere to go. Tired of feeling like clarity keeps circling you but never landing. That kind of waiting can drain hope if you carry it alone. But my child, you are not alone in this pause. I know you worry that waiting means you are falling behind. That life is moving on while you stand still. That opportunities are passing you by. Hear me gently now. What is meant for you does not pass you by in silence. What is meant for you is kept for you with care. If this truth touches your heart, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it come without force. I am teaching you something deeper than direction right now. I am teaching you how to trust me when progress feels invisible. You have learned how to act quickly. How to adapt. How to make things happen. But this season is not asking you to prove your strength. It is asking you to learn restraint without fear. Waiting feels heavy because it asks you to release control. To stop trying to predict outcomes. To rest without knowing what comes next. That is not easy. But it is forming something steady inside you. You are learning that your worth is not measured by movement. That your faith is not proven by speed. That your life is not on pause just because clarity has not arrived. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, my timing is not lost. Let that truth belong to you. You have been waiting with more grace than you realize. You have not given up. You have not turned bitter. You have stayed open even while feeling tired. That matters deeply to me. I know you want clarity so you can finally exhale. So you can plan. So you can move without fear of getting it wrong. But I am giving you something first. I am giving you a heart that will not panic when clarity arrives slowly. A spirit that will not rush when the path opens. A trust that will not collapse if plans change again. Those gifts are being formed now. Do not despise this waiting. Do not judge yourself for feeling weary in it. Weariness does not mean you lack faith. It means you have been carrying hope for a long time. And I am close to you in this. Stay with me. There is still more I want to speak into your waiting. And in the next part, you will begin to see how clarity often comes quietly. Not all at once. Remain here. We will continue together. My child, let me speak now to how clarity truly comes. Not all at once. Not in a rush. But quietly, as your heart becomes steady enough to receive it. Come closer. Let your breathing slow. You do not need to strain to hear me. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am here. I am guiding you. You have been waiting for clarity to arrive like a moment of certainty. A clear sign. A strong feeling. A final answer that removes all doubt. But clarity often arrives differently. It comes as a gentle knowing. As a calm that stays even when questions remain. As a growing sense of what does not fit anymore. You are not failing because answers feel slow. You are learning how to recognize truth without force. If this resonates, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it come naturally. My child, clarity is not always about knowing what to do next. Sometimes it is about knowing what not to return to. What to release. What no longer aligns with the person you are becoming. You have felt this already. Things that once excited you now feel heavy. Options that once felt possible now feel wrong. Paths that once seemed right now leave you restless. That is not confusion. That is guidance refining you. I am teaching you to listen to peace instead of pressure. To notice what settles your heart instead of what excites your fear. To trust the quiet no as much as the clear yes. This is how discernment grows. You may be tired of waiting for clarity. But clarity is already forming inside you. Not as a loud command. But as a steady inner alignment. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, my peace will lead me. Let it be your choice. You do not need every detail before you move. You need enough peace to take the next gentle step. And you are learning how to recognize that peace. I know you worry that without full clarity, you might move too soon. But hear me carefully. I do not guide you by abandoning you to one decision. I guide you by walking with you through many small ones. You are not being asked to choose your entire future today. You are being asked to stay close to me today. That closeness is clarity in its earliest form. Do not pressure yourself to see the whole picture. Do not demand certainty before you rest. Do not judge this season as delay. I am shaping your inner compass. And when the time comes to move, you will not need to force it. You will feel steady, grounded, ready without panic. Until then, stay here with me. There is still more I want to speak into this waiting you are tired of. And in the next part, you will begin to understand why your heart has been protected from rushing ahead. Remain here. We will continue together. My child, let me speak now to why I have been protecting you in this waiting. Not holding you back, but holding you steady. Come closer. Let your breathing slow. This truth is gentle. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am listening. I am speaking with care. You are tired of waiting for clarity. Because part of you feels ready to move. You feel capable. You feel willing. And you are. But readiness is not only about desire. It is about safety. I have been protecting your heart from rushing into something that would have required more striving than peace. From choosing a path that would have drained you. Even if it looked right on the surface. You do not see everything I see. There are outcomes you were spared from. Pressures you did not have to carry. Entanglements that would have cost you rest. This waiting has been an act of love. If this resonates, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it settle softly. I know it feels frustrating to feel capable and still be asked to wait. But my child, capability without alignment leads to exhaustion. I am teaching you to recognize when something asks too much of your soul. When it pulls you away from who you are becoming. When it demands speed instead of faith. Those lessons will save you later. You are not being delayed because you are unprepared. You are being protected because you are valuable. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, I trust your care. Even if trust feels tender. You have been learning how to sit with open hands. How to release the urge to control timing. How to let me guard what you cannot yet see. This is not weakness. It is wisdom forming. I know you sometimes wonder. If you missed your moment. If clarity came and left quietly. If waiting too long could cost you. Hear me clearly, my child. I do not miss moments meant for you. I do not misjudge timing. I do not guide you into emptiness. What I am preparing for you requires the steadiness you are learning now. That steadiness cannot be rushed. You are learning to choose peace over pressure. To listen instead of prove. To trust my leading even when it feels slow. These are not small lessons. Do not rush yourself out of this protection. Do not measure your progress by movement alone. Do not mistake quiet for absence. I am here. Working. Guarding. Guiding. Stay with me. There is still more I want to speak into your weariness. And in the next part, you will begin to feel how waiting can soften into rest. Instead of tension. Remain here. We will continue together. My child, let me speak now to the weariness that has settled into your waiting. Not the loud kind that asks for attention. But the quiet tiredness that lingers even on calm days. I know how heavy that feels. You have been strong longer than you expected to be. You have stayed hopeful longer than felt easy. You have waited without knowing how much longer this season would last. Come closer. Let your body rest for a moment. You do not need to brace yourself here. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am here. I am here with you. Waiting becomes exhausting when you feel like you must stay alert. Like clarity could arrive at any moment. And you must be ready not to miss it. But my child, I am not asking you to stay tense. I am asking you to stay close. You are allowed to rest while you wait. You are allowed to breathe without watching the horizon constantly. You are allowed to live fully even while answers are still forming. If this feels true, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it come gently. I see how often you tell yourself to hold on just a little longer. How you keep going even when your heart wants to pause. How you worry that resting might mean giving up. But rest is not surrendering your faith. It is trusting me enough to stop striving. I am teaching you how to wait without tension. How to remain open without being anxious. How to trust that clarity will not slip past you. Just because you allowed yourself to breathe. You do not need to watch the door every moment. When it opens, you will know. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, I allow myself to rest. Let that permission be yours. This season has asked much of you emotionally. More than you expected. More than you planned for. That is why your tiredness makes sense. I am not disappointed in your weariness. I am responding to it with care. I am teaching you that waiting does not have to drain you. That peace can exist even before clarity arrives. That rest can be practiced even in uncertainty. You are learning to separate waiting from worry. Stillness from stagnation. Trust from control. These lessons are gentle. But they are reshaping how you carry life. Soon, you will notice that your heart feels lighter. Even without new answers. That your days feel steadier. Even while the future remains unclear. That is rest taking root. Do not pressure yourself to feel differently right away. Do not measure progress by how quickly clarity appears. Measure it by how softly your heart is learning to breathe. Stay with me. There is still more I want to speak into this season. And in the next part, you will begin to understand how this waiting has been quietly preparing you for what comes next. Remain here. We will continue together. My child, let me speak now to what this waiting has been preparing inside you. Even if you could not see it at first. Even if it only felt like delay. Come closer. Let your heart be still for a moment. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am listening. I am shaping you with care. This waiting has not been empty time. It has been forming strength that does not rely on urgency. Faith that does not collapse without answers. Peace that does not depend on certainty. You are becoming steadier than you realize. You have learned how to pause before reacting. How to listen instead of rushing ahead. How to sit with questions without letting them steal your hope. These are not small changes. If this resonates, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it settle gently. I know you wanted clarity so you could move forward confidently. But I am preparing you to move forward calmly. Calm carries you farther than confidence alone. You are learning how to be led without needing to be pushed. How to follow without fear. How to trust my guidance even when it unfolds slowly. That kind of heart can carry much responsibility without breaking. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, my trust is growing. Even if it feels quiet. This season has been training your inner posture. So when direction comes, you will not run ahead of me. You will not second-guess every step. You will not carry unnecessary pressure. You will walk steadily. I know it feels like you have been waiting longer than you should. But my child, what is ahead of you requires the depth you are gaining now. You are being prepared to receive clarity without fear. To act without anxiety. To move without losing peace. That preparation could not be rushed. You have not been forgotten in this waiting. You have been carefully tended to. Every quiet moment. Every unanswered question. Every pause you thought was empty. Has been shaping the way you will walk forward. You are learning how to trust my pace. Even when it feels slower than you expected. That trust will protect you later. Stay with me. There is still one final truth I want to speak over your tired heart. And when you hear it, this waiting will no longer feel like something you must endure, but something that has gently strengthened you. Remain here. We will finish together. My child, let me speak now to the fear that still whispers beneath your waiting. The thought that says, what if clarity never comes? The quiet worry that this season might stretch on forever. I know that fear. And I am not distant from it. Come closer. Let your breathing slow again. You do not need to carry this thought alone. If you are listening right now, you may softly say, I am here. I am here with you. Waiting becomes frightening. When you start to believe it has no purpose. When you imagine yourself always standing in between. Never arriving. Never moving forward. But hear me clearly, my child. This season has an end. I do not leave my children suspended in confusion. I do not train hearts for clarity and then withhold it. I do not shape trust without revealing direction in time. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not waiting without movement beneath the surface. If this truth touches you, you may quietly say, I understand. Let it calm you. Clarity is coming. But it will arrive gently. Not with pressure. Not with fear. Not with urgency that overwhelms you. It will come when your heart no longer needs it to feel safe. That is what this season has been doing. Teaching you safety without answers. Peace without certainty. Trust without control. You are learning to rest in me. Instead of leaning on outcomes. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, my hope is in you. Let that hope be quiet and steady. I know you are tired of waiting for clarity. Because you want to move forward without doubt. But the clarity I am preparing you for will not require you to silence doubt forcefully. It will arrive with peace. You will know what to do next. Not because you rushed into it. But because your heart will feel aligned. Settled. Ready without strain. You are closer than you think. This waiting has already done much of its work. Your heart is softer. Your reactions are calmer. Your trust is deeper. These are signs that you are nearing the moment. When direction can be received without fear. Do not let worry tell you this season is endless. Do not let impatience convince you that nothing is happening. Do not let comparison steal your peace. I am leading you with intention. Stay with me just a little longer. There is one final word I want to speak over you. And when you hear it, your heart will finally release the tension it has been holding. Remain here. We will finish together. My child, come rest with me now. You do not need to wait with tension anymore. You have waited long enough. To learn what waiting was meant to teach you. You have listened deeply. You have stayed open. You have not walked away from me in this quiet place. And that matters. Let your breathing slow. Let the weight in your chest soften. You are safe here. If you are listening in this moment, you may softly say, Amen. Let it be a release. I know you are tired of waiting for clarity. But hear me gently now. You are not waiting in vain. And you are not waiting forever. This season was never about delaying your life. It was about strengthening your heart. So clarity would not overwhelm you when it arrives. You are no longer the same person who first entered this waiting. You are calmer. You are steadier. You are less afraid of not knowing. That is why you are ready. Clarity does not always come as a sudden answer. Sometimes it comes as peace that makes the next step obvious. Sometimes it comes as a quiet certainty to move. Sometimes it comes as the confidence to let go. And when it comes, you will recognize it. Not because it rushes you. Not because it pressures you. But because it settles you. You will not need to force anything. You will not need to convince yourself. Your heart will know. Until that moment, you are allowed to live. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to stop holding your breath. If you are here with me now, you may softly say, "My trust is in you." Let that be enough. I am not testing you. I am not withholding from you. I am walking with you. Every step you have taken in this waiting has been seen. Every quiet prayer has been heard. Every moment of patience has mattered. You have not been standing still. You have been becoming ready. Now rest, my child. Let the urgency fall away. Let the fear loosen its grip. When the time comes to move, I will guide you clearly. You will not miss it. You will not be confused. You will not be alone. Until then, stay close. Stay gentle. Stay trusting. I am with you in the waiting. And I will be with you when clarity comes.